Thank you for coming back to watch yet another one of my videos. And today I'd like to talk to you about two different products, and they're both from the company Coleman. And these are them. They're two lanterns, basically. Now, they really don't have names to them. Like this one is the Classic 400, and I guess this one is just a Classic. They're both battery operated. And before I go any further, I'd like to mention that I bought both of these at a local store called Ollie's. Basically, they buy a bunch of, I guess, old stock or something and sell it at a greatly reduced price. This one I bought for like $8. This one I bought for $10, $9.99 at Ollie's. And just there's the sticker for it. Because these things are crazy expensive on the Coleman website. I think like this one was $40 and this one was like 20 or something like that. But there are other places you can get these at a lower price, like Walmart, Target. Just search for them online and you can find them. If I remember, I'll try to put some other links where you can find these a little bit cheaper in the description below. So let's start off with the smaller one. Now, it's supposed to mimic having like the little lantern mantle in there, you know, from like a gas burning or propane type lantern. That's what this is. You get a nice little hook, and one of the things I like is it's open-ended here, so you can hook it onto something like a tree branch, some kind of rope or something to hang it. The on and off switch is right here on top, and to get to the batteries you simply twist the top and there you go. Now this one runs on 4 AA batteries. It's IPX4 water resistant, meaning like don't submerge it in water and it'll probably go, you know, up to a nice heavy rain, but as long as you really don't get it wet, because this part can unscrew, but there's like nothing in here like a rubber gasket or anything. So I imagine water can probably still seep in there. So you'll probably want to make sure that you don't submerge this in water at all. So, and they're also on the lid, there's no rubber sealing either. So if you submerge it, you're probably going to ruin it. This one is 300 lumens on high, 50 lumens on low. You get 4.5 hours on high, 35 hours on low. And they say the beam distance, or the lighting area, I should say, is 10 meters on high, 4 meters on low. Sorry, I didn't figure out the feet for that, but I will have something of a test video for you to see on this one. And it's quite simple. You just simply turn it on, and it's kind of a yellowish warm glow, not the really bright white type glow. And there's the high. Once again, you start off in low, and then you go to high. And you can really tell with this one that it's kind of a yellow, warmish light. Now, this one here is the Coleman 400, they claim 400 lumen lantern, which is really weird because when I went to the Coleman's website to try to get any more specs on it, in one of the descriptions in there, it says up to 300 lumens. But right there in the box, it says 400. So I don't know what that's all about. You use 4 D-size batteries in this lantern. And you get 30 hours on high, 70 hours on low. And it's IPX4. Let me see, the beam distance again is 12 meters on high, 8 meters on low. Now, anywhere here, by the way, on the box, that's pretty much all the information I got. There's nothing telling me what LEDs they're using in here. The only thing I know is it's 40 or 400 lumens on high. I don't know what the low one is. They don't even tell me that. I mean, you can read everything you want on here, and it doesn't even tell you like the lumen rating anywhere, so I don't know none of that information. You get a nice little handle on here. It's a D-ring, but they do have a clip, so makes it easier for you to hook onto a branch, a rope, or something of that nature. This is your power switch. Right here on the bottom, you just simply unscrew it, and there's the batteries, and then you just simply screw it back in. Now, one of the things I did notice about this lantern is when you're screwing it in, take your time because you may cross thread it. Sometimes it's a little funky because of the springs that hold the batteries in and the contact springs. They want to tend to push out a little bit. One of the other things I would highly recommend is on the threads in here, get something like Super Lube. I like to use it because it's a non-oil based lubricant and it's dielectric, meaning it can conduct electricity. And put it on the threads so to make it go on and off a lot easier. And secondly, it might add a little tiny bit more waterproofing protection to the lantern. Now, if you look right here, it says off, low, and high. So let's go to low. And this one is more of a white light. There's a tiny little bit of a yellowish in here to give you a little bit more warm feeling. And pretty much that's high right there. And that's it. And of course, with the 4D batteries, it's going to be quite heavy. So right now, let me stop talking and show you a little bit of a test video of both of these lanterns in action. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the test video, and I hope it showed you pretty much how well these, or bad, in your opinion, how these performed. Now, I like both lanterns. Yes, they're made out of a plastic pretty much, and some people will say it's a cheap plastic and everything else, you know, and well, I dropped it in the brook. Well, you know what? Don't drop the lantern, you know, I mean, anything will break. Even a metal one will break if you drop it, especially from a certain distance, you know, height. If I drop it from the top of my head down to the ground, even a metal lantern, yeah, it just may break, you know. So what do I think of these two lanterns? Well, I like them both. I'm not gonna lie, they're both pretty decent. They're really good run times. Now, of course, the run times does depend upon the quality of battery that you put in them. If you use cheap dollar store type batteries, they won't last as long. Oh, and by the way, forget Aldi batteries. I've used Aldi's batteries for a little while. I kept going, you know, I kept going back to see if maybe I had a bad batch. I went to a different store, bought some from there. they don't last long. I don't know who makes them, but they're not that great at Aldi's. To be honest with you, Dollar Tree batteries outlasted the batteries I bought from Aldi's. So there's that. But like if you use Energizer or Duracell in here, or even the ones from, what is it, Sam's Club, because I think Duracell makes those from Sam's Club, you're going to get the run times that these boast. Of course, it also depends upon how old those batteries are. If you had, say you bought up a whole bunch of D-sized batteries and you didn't use them for 6 months to a year, and you finally had a power outage or went camping or something, yeah, you probably will not get the runtime that these lanterns claim. I mean, batteries lose power over time, especially everyday alkaline type batteries, dry cell batteries, which you use in here. Of course, they're going to lose power over time. So my opinion is, get some really good batteries and then get some maybe not so good batteries. Just so you can have a whole bunch, especially if your area is prone to power outages, you know, like hurricanes, tornadoes, or bad weather that may cause a power outage. And if you're going hiking, camping, hunting, whatever, and you plan on using something like this, or even like just have it in your backyard, a couple of them in your backyard for a party or something, use good batteries. If that's too expensive, buy one set of good batteries and then a couple of like not so, you know, some off-brand. Like currently the ones in here I bought from Family Dollar, and I got really, really close to the run times from those Family Dollar batteries. And here I went to Ollie's because they had a huge deal on AA batteries. You buy like 20 of them in a pack for like $10. And they're from Magnavox. Those batteries lasted just as long as the run times said. You know, I got the run times with even those batteries. So once again, let me recap it. The run times for any lantern, not just Coleman, whether it be flashlights, lanterns, or whatever, it always depends upon the quality of the battery that you use. Would I highly do I recommend you get these? Yeah, I do, because like I keep saying, it's better to have some kind of light than no light at all, especially in an emergency. It's great to have some kind of lighting. And if you find these online, like I said, Target and Walmart were the first two that I checked. They had them, like this one was for $18, and I forgot what, I think it was like $10 for this one. They had them pretty much regular price at a nice low price, instead of going to the Coleman website and spending that money. Even Amazon, they were kind of expensive on Amazon. But shop around, see if you can't find it cheaper. eBay, a lot of these people are getting greedy on eBay. They'll go ahead and they'll buy them from Ollie's, like I said, you know, $10 and $8, and then they'll turn around and try selling it for double the price or triple the price anyway. So kind of be wary about where you get them from. Just shop around a little bit. What I will do, though, in the description, I'll put the Coleman website down and then links to the Coleman site for both of these. And then if I remember, I'll try to put down like the Walmart and Target, or if I find it somewhere else cheap at a good price, I'll put it down there below. Also, check out your local Ollie's store. They may still have some of these in stock, and if they do, buy them. It's a great deal, especially at $10 for this one and $8 for this one. These are fantastic deals. If you can find this one for under $20 and this one for under, say, $15, I think it's a great deal. I don't think it's a great deal buying it right from the Coleman website. I think that's a little bit too expensive for what these are, but that decision is up to you. So yes, the classic 400 lumen and the classic 300 lumen lantern are definitely worth getting. Also make for a great night light for your kids. Since this part is flat, you can set it on a flat surface, turn it on low, and your kids have a nice little night light. Alright, so if you happen to like this video, please give it that thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget about that notification bell. It would really help me out a lot if you were to share this video and maybe a few more of my others on all of your social media. And until the next video, you, your friends, your family, and yes, even all of your pets, you all have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.